Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about something that's been bothering me for a few weeks now at this point. The next episode of Bleach Soul Resurrection will be, I'll be working on that tomorrow now probably, but before that comes out, I want to talk about something that's been bugging me for the past few weeks or so. So what I want to talk about is it's about my activity over the past couple of weeks. So like basically what's going on with the whole schedule. So firstly, for anyone who's not in the know, a little unfamiliar, basically a little update on my schedule to anyone who's not in the know. Basically, my typical schedule is basically uploading 5 days a week at 2 p.m. UK time GMT. So that means I upload 5 days a week with 2 days off, and that is my typical recording schedule. You can see that on screen right now. Now, that is my typical recording schedule, so where there's a new video practically daily apart from 2 days, and that's my planned schedule. That's the schedule I try to keep, and over the past few weeks or so, I've not been able to keep that somewhat daily schedule for a few weeks now. And the thing is, that's not planned. That's not really, like, again, if I was planning something, I would announce it ahead of time. If I was planning something, if I knew that something was going to delay it or whatever, I would usually talk about it, which, again, I have talked about it on the community tabs here and there. Now, if you think back to my previous Let's Plays before this, like, if you think back to my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure, my Let's Play of Mad Father, my Let's Play of the Harry Potter games, my Let's Play of The Mole, my Let's Play of the Jimmy Neutron games. If you think back to any of my previous Let's Plays up to this point, none of them have had this massive gap between each episode. Sure, there's been occasional gaps here and there, like I've had to miss a day or two occasionally due to due to technical difficulties or stuff going on in my private life or whatever. But for the most part, I was able to keep the consistent, somewhat daily schedule for the most part. However, over the past few weeks or so, I've not been able to keep that schedule, and that's because of one of the games in my roster currently, and that game is Bleach Soul Resurrection. And anyone who's been keeping up with my community tabs lately will know that game has been the bane of my existence for the past few weeks, at the very least, maybe more, but at the very least, it's been the bane of my existence for the last few weeks at least. And the reason for that is because Bleach Soul Resurrection, the type of game it is compared to the other games, like the other games is just a point where you can just play the levels normally and there you go, no problem. But Bleach is a different type of game. Bleach Soul Resurrection is a different type of game. It's the type of game where you need to grind, and it's a type of game where you need to grind for levels and level up your characters and stuff to give yourself an easy time in the levels. And again, none of my previous games so far were like that. Sonic Adventure wasn't like that. The Mole wasn't like that. The Harry Potter games were not like that. None of my previous Let's Plays up to this point were like that, but Bleach is. And you know what? I'm all right with leveling and stuff, RPGs and stuff, but the leveling system of how Bleach handles things is it's just not fun. It's just not a very fun way of grinding at all, because again, most RPGs basically, with most RPGs, you basically just go down to the dungeons, fight a few things, get a few levels, just just aimlessly fight a few things and until you level up that way. But Bleach Soul Resurrection, the type of game it handles things a little bit differently. And so instead of a regular RPG system, like Neptune or any other typical RPG, instead of just going through the dungeons and just leveling up naturally, it's a bit of a different process. So instead of the regular RPG leveling system, instead of that, what you've got to do is basically you've got to go through the levels and gather soul points. The little green thing you can see on screen right now, collecting soul points by destroying items and defeating enemies. And obviously, the more combo kills you have at once, the more soul points you'll get. So, and again, that's usually in RPGs. That's usually how usually you'd think the soul points would act like XP, like basically you just keep gathering it, and then eventually you'll just level up on your own. But no, that's not the case. Not only do you have to play the levels, but you also have to wait until you complete the levels and then go into the level up screen to level up the characters, spending those points on various skills such as such as attack up, defense up, all that kind of stuff. Basically, you need to grind the soul points to spend on those, and it can take absolute ages. It's just spending hours and hours and hours replaying the same level over and over and over just to get more soul points until you can upgrade that. And that, in my opinion, is not a very fun way of leveling, because again, I'm alright with leveling in RPGs, but this is just not a good way of doing it in my personal opinion. I kind of hate it when games do it like this. If you're going to have a leveling system, just go with the typical RPG system. Not like this, where you have to grind for points and then spend those points in a different menu once you leave the level, because it's just not fun. It's just not fun at all. Because it's very repetitive too. It's to the point where you know what levels you're gonna be at. You know where all the enemies are gonna spawn. You know what boss you're going to face. You know what the dialogue is. You know what they're going to say. It's that repetitive where you know literally every single thing that's going to happen, and after a while it can get kind of it can just drag on and not be really that fun anymore. And yeah, so that's partly why it's been taking so long, just because again I've had to go back and forth between playing through the game, gathering soul points, and then just leveling up. I've been doing a lot of that off screen over the past few days, which is why you've not seen an episode in a while. And that's basically it. That's basically what's been happening. And again, it's just not a very, very fun way system of leveling, just because it's just exhausting. It's just really, really exhausting. Just going back and forth, the same old levels as different characters. And again, it is literally the same levels over and over and over and over as different characters, and it's just not fun. And the thing is, when I started Bleach Soul Resurrection, I completely forgot about this. I completely forgot that it was a grindy game. Now, sure, you could play the levels without grinding, but after what happened with Grimmjow, I decided it's probably best that I level up. Particularly now we're going into the later levels where the bosses are obviously a little tougher, so it's best to have your HP and your defense up as much as possible. So I've just been grinding like crazy to get my levels up as much as physically possible before the boss, and obviously that's what's taken things so long. And honestly, after doing that for hours and hours, and well, as you've seen, days now at this point, because again, I've just been grinding for the past few days, because again, I've not really had a video out at all this week, I don't think, apart from Portal 1. I've not had an episode out, I've not had a video out at all this week, just because of that. And the thing is, doing that over and over, it can take a bit of a mental toll on you as well, you know, because of these hours and hours of leveling. It's took quite a mental toll on me as well. So to the point, so because of all that, it means I needed more downtime than usual, more time to relax, more time to recuperate, more time to just sit back and just try to you know, recuperate and re-energize and relax, just because you wouldn't think a game would be exhausting like that, but if it's doing the same thing over and over with no, like, just pure repetition to that point, it is mentally exhausting on you. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to talk about, why there hasn't been any episodes of any of my videos lately, just because I've been doing that. And again, it's honestly, doing this over and over, it's just been absolute torture. And yeah, it's just something I wanted to bring up real quick, just because again, it's been a while since I've made a video, and again, I do usually try to keep the videos somewhat daily. I try to keep, you know, a somewhat daily schedule, and I've not been able to do that because of this, and it's literally just because of Bleach Soul Resurrection. Again, Undertale's fine. Like all my previous games, like for example, Undertale's fine, Portal's fine. All the other games I'm doing are fine. It's literally just that one game, and it's absolute torture. So that's just something I wanted to get off my chest, because it has been bugging me for a few days, like how I've not been able to have a new video out because of that, and it's exhausting. It's really, really exhausting. I mean, I've gotten it ready now, so I will probably start working on the next episode of that probably tomorrow at this point. So it should go up on Saturday. I'll record that tomorrow and it should go up on Saturday. But yeah, so I just want to quickly get that off my chest, because it has been bothering me. And obviously if you're not posting for a while on the channel, it can hurt your reputation. So I just thought I'd make a little video addressing it, just to try and explain things a bit, and you know, hopefully you guys have a better understanding of what's going on and why there's not been a video for a while, and just what I'm going through, because again, it's torture. It's to the point where I've even considered just cancelling it, just because it's that much of a mental drain on me. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it real quick. But yeah, this is something that's been bothering me for a little while now, and I just wanted to quickly get that off my chest and just get the information out there, because again, I have talked about it in the community tabs, but the community tabs aren't always that reliable, and sometimes you just need a video talking about this kind of thing. So yeah, that's what's been happening. So again, that's all I want to say. I just want to get that information out there, just so you guys know, and so that the YouTube algorithm is just, you know, just to sort things out as best I can. So again, if there's ever a time there's no like videos for a little while, just know it is because of Bleach Soul Resurrection and its super grindy nature. So again, anytime there's a delay like this, it's because of Bleach Soul Resurrection, or a game with a similar grindy system like it. But yeah, that's all I want to say. I just want to get this information out there. But again, there'll be a new episode. I'll be working on the next episode of Bleach Soul Resurrection tomorrow, so it should be out on Saturday. But again, I just want to. That's where I'm going to leave this video for now. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience, because my God, it's been torture. But again, thank you guys for understanding, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Bleach Soul Resurrection. And with all that said, I will see you guys then. Oh God.